Good evening, my people. Um, Welcome to Disky Football Talk. And today's game is going to be the Betway Premiership league game, which is going to be Sekhukhune against Orlando Pirates. And without wasting time, let's just get into the game and first action of the game. We'll see. The first action of the game is that it's in the middle third, and we have Pirates building up with a 3-3-4 structure, and straight away we can tell that Sekhukhune is trying to deny Pirates central progression. Why do I say this? It's because you can see here we have Mujela, who is marking the Pirates 6, who is Makaula, and then we have Munaro, who's marking Tito, and Mkhize, who's on Mbat. So it's literally a man-to-man in midfield. So what this means is that they are trying to block and make it hard for Pirates to play through the middle. So this is the first action that I noticed from the game. And then, as you can see, they denied Pirates space. That's why they were not able to progress the ball, and then they chose to play it backwards, because to try and recycle the ball and play and find other ways to play. And then we have Siema with the diagonal ball. And then another action we see is that after the diagonal ball is that we see that there's an overload on the left hand side. We have Ndawa here, who's in the left channel, and then we have Muremi, who is in the half space, and then that's how their first chance is created, which was a great play. Those diagonals have been a signature for Pirates this season, if you've been watching Pirates games. On to the next action. So this action is one of my favorite movements in football, is that the interchanging runs. What I mean by interchanging run is that if one player comes short, one has to go long in order to exploit the space being created. So here we have Makgopa, who is a mobile striker. Is going to be dropping into this region here, and Cardoso is going to follow him. And when he follow him, this space is going to be created, and then that's where Tito comes in, a player who likes to exploit spaces and is going to make the run to try and exploit the space. It's a pity that they weren't able to take advantage. But when this happens, you need to see players rushing into the box. But they're a little bit slow, and they couldn't take advantage of it. So that was a good move, but they didn't capitalize it on the move. And then on to another action. So here in this action we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a back 4 with the keeper being the extra man. And then we have Makaula here, and the other two midfielders. So it's a 4-3-4 again. And now if you check the Sekhukune's players, the 6 players, it's a 6 against 7 of Pirates. Like I said, Chain is the one who's the extra man. So why I highlighted Makaula here is that Makaula is deeper than the other 2 players, than the other 2 midfielders of Pirates, which means that he's the one who's being tasked to progress the ball, to be the link between the defense and the attack. And I feel like Pirates didn't utilize him as the link, or maybe they don't trust him to progress the ball, but I'll show you what I mean by that, why I highlighted him, so that why is he important for Pirates to use him as the link, And also, let's just continue a bit, show you as we continue. Like I said, China is the one he's the extra man, so he's provoking the press that one of these forwards must come and press him. As soon as one of the forwards presses China, one of these players will be the free man, and that's the rule. Is when you're playing, when you're a team that likes keeping the ball, is that you have to find the free man, especially when you're using the keeper in your build-up. Is that when one of the forwards presses the goalkeeper, the ball has to find the free man, you know. And as you can see, Grobler tries to press and then they play. You see, Makaula here, like I said, is that basically here he's free, you know, and you can see how far Muchela is from marking him. And also, as you can see, Mkhize as well is also trying to mark this player. So the importance of having a player that can progress the ball and using this player is that, look at the knock-on effect. The communication between these two, which is Mkhize and Muchela, is non-existent, because basically they are following the same player, both of them, which means Tito is going to have space, and also Sibelebelo is going to have space in this region here, you know. So I don't think they trust Makaula in terms of like progressing the ball, because if this was Mbule, I'm definitely sure Ndaba was going to pass to Mbule here, if this was Mbule playing here. But what we see in the forward line, let's just talk about the forward line. The forward line is another interchanging run, you know. When one comes short, the other one has to stretch the defense. And in this time around, Makgopa is not the one who's dropping. He's the one that is tasked to stretch the defense, and Murem is the one coming short, you know. And then Ndaba chooses to play in Makgopa, you know, which I feel like it's a wrong decision. I feel like he should have exercised patience by playing Makaula. But, you know, still understand why he played the ball, you know, the logic behind playing that ball. So, on to another action. And this time around is that Pirates has these players here, these two players. These are the Pirates wingers. You see, they are narrow. They are occupying the half spaces. The reason being why they are occupying this, not the half space, this region here, which is between the lines, between the defensive line of Sekhukhune and the midfield line. This is where the danger is. Like, if you watch European football, if you watch like all the top teams, you know that this is where the danger is. They try by all means to get the ball to these players, because they know once the ball gets to these players, that's where things start to happen, you know. And if you check Pirates, you know, they're not, like, for my liking, they're not like they're not deliberate enough, they're not intentional enough in trying to find these players. Because once you find these players here, that's when things start to happen. Like, if you check Mbata here, if Mbata had to fire the ball in here with like a firm pass to Muremi here, look at how many players he takes out with that one pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players are out of the game with one pass, you know. That's what I mean by the dangers of like playing line breaking passes, you know. But they choose to play to Siema, and then at least he tries to pass it to Sibelebele, but there was no it wasn't a success. So on to another action here. So this is the second half, you know, and then we have Siema here, who sees that there's a police. He's been between the lines here. You can see he's behind this midfield line, and in front of what's this Sekhukune's defense, and a chance is created. When the ball gets to these players that are between the lines, it's dangerous. That's when things start to happen, you know. This is a chance. That's when Pirates started to get chances, is when they started playing the balls into the players that are between the lines, you know. When you start doing that, that's when you unlock the defense. But the second half was a little bit better, you know. So we're gonna continue into another action here. We have Makaula here, after winning the ball back, you know, and then he chooses to delay the pass here, man. He should have like played it, especially knowing that you have a speedy winger like Moremi. This is what he likes, you know. This is what he feeds on, playing the ball with this much space. You play the ball here. The only thing he has to do is just take a touch and then finishes, you know. But the decision making for Makaula was a little bit off, you know. Chooses to delay the ball, and then now this pass is no longer on. This pass is no longer on. So there's no need for him to force trying to pass the ball. All he needs to do is change direction and try to find other solutions to the attack, you know. Look at these players here. We have Mufukeng, who's free, and then there's Apolis on the other side, you know. But he chooses to make the wrong decision, you know. Makaula, man, my midfielder, I chose the wrong decision there. But you know, that's the improvement that's needed in this team, you know. Decision making, man, was a little bit off today, you know. And then on to another action. This is the last action of the match, and you see here Pirates are trying to, like, this is when they were like attacking the ball, and in this action here, like, I'm sounding like a broken record, you know, but Pirates have been all their chances came from when they started using the players that are between the lines. You know, if you check here, Apolis is another player that is between the lines, and the second half performance by Relem Fukeng showed why he should be in the starting 11, man. Like, this guy shouldn't be in the bench. I'm sorry, this guy shouldn't be on the bench. This guy needs to be starting every match for Pirates, because that cameo he did in the second half showed, like, why he needs to be starting matches. And then yeah, let's just show what happened. You know, players finds Apolis in the space between the lines, and then another chance created. Couldn't finish it, but that was a great move, you know, just to show what I mean by playing the players that are between the lines. That's where the danger is. And that's it for today's video, man. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment on the video, and tell me what you guys saw. Some of the obviously I can't cover everything. Some of the stuff I couldn't cover. What some of the stuff that I didn't see. Let's just continue the conversation on the comment section, you know. And till next time, till next time. Thank you.